cool guy. Such a cool guy.
All right, let's go on to Curtis. Curtis.
Yeah, have either of you two ever been to a Wegmans? Because I'm sitting outside of a Wegmans, and I think it might be the greatest place on earth. The
I've
first
heard
time
this.
I ever walked into a Wegmans, I immediately got an erection just off of the smell. So that's all I wanted to know. Have you guys ever been to Wegmans?
Wegmans is it's kind of like an international food bar.
Well, no. Wait. You've never been to a Wegmans?
No, no, they don't have them around here.
Okay. I haven't been to them either, but there's a couple located near me, and I've had it explained to me. Wegmans is kind of like a Whole Foods, but more reasonable.
It's like a Joe's Trader.
Wait, what? What do you call
Joe's.
it?
We have Joe's Trader shops or whatever they're called.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. Yeah, sorry. Jesus Christ. My
Do you
dyslexia is coming
do you have a
in.
mart of walls?
Yeah.
Do you have a get of tars?
I have a green of walls.
do, you have, do you have tar walls there?
I have a a Jew.
Well, a Jew. Are you dyslexically naming things? That's what they do in the Midwest, just to not confuse you normies.
Yes.
They backwards names things.
We have a wall of Jews?
I got a new car. It's a Dove Han. They are the only brands that they have there that can exist.
I like ideas. A mart of K's?
All of the K's.
All of them. Well, what do you expect? It's a Midwest. Actually, it's a Southern thing, man. They ain't in the Midwest. That's
I mean, how many K's can this mart contain?
That's you East Coasters. You East Coast people and you Southern people are the ones with all the KKK communities.
The KKK community?
The Virginians?
Like the KK gay community?
KK gay? Actually, it was funny. Did you see that picture? There was a picture of all these KKK people's these KKK guys dressed up, and it was kind of funny. I don't know if it's legit or if it was just a meme, but they were showing him out there, supporting Donald Trump.
And then one of them was a black guy.
Yeah, they caught one of them. He was holding the sign up. You could tell he had a black hand. Like it's some sort of conspiracy now. Black people are dressing up as KKK figures to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't get in office.
Hey, you know what though? Good for them, man. Yeah. I mean, it really does send the message. And I'm sure there are people that are listening to this that are actually really believe that Donald Trump should be the president of the United States.
Sure.
But they need to remember that if you're a fan of Donald Trump, it doesn't necessarily mean you're like a white supremacist. But if you're a white supremacist, it pretty much definitely means you're a fan of Donald Trump. I think that's the thing that people leave out. Like they're like, well, it doesn't mean I am. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't mean you are, but it just so happens they are.
Dirty Bird says, the Midwest are the ones that keep killing blacks. And I'm like, to be fair, in the Midwest, the black people are killing more black people than the white people are. I mean, the KKK are probably very impressed with the way Chicago is turning out.
See the whew. Thanks, guys. You
guys want to sign up for some charter membership?
Wow, we don't even have to leave the house.
Oh,
you know what? The level of obese Klansmen has gone up in the last 20 years because they're not having to run anybody down. They're not having to do anything.
That's right.
Because they're doing all the work for
They're
them.
outsourcing.
No wonder they don't want to raise minimum wage.
Let's go on to yeah.
Oh, real quick though, I also want to say, have you watched Marco Rubio's? What was it? He did like a deaf comedy jam making fun of Donald Trump the other day.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. He stood in front of this crowd and basically did like a 5-minute stand-up set, reading Donald Trump's misspelled tweets. It was great. I'm like, I don't even give a shit about any of these guys, but good for him because there has to reach this point where he's trolling people so viciously.
Yeah.
Like Donald Trump is just He's just trolling people.
Yeah, but he's still going to get in. That's the scary thing.
I don't know, not necessarily, because and now at least, and I have to say, good for a guy like Marco Rubio. Now I don't fucking know any of his politics. I assume he's another one of these people that's like, the queers need to die, and poor people are poor because they deserve to be. I assume he's another one of those fucking right wing guys, in a fucking stuffy suit. But I'm glad that he's at least starting to present himself like a human being who's like gonna talk and stand up for himself, because they were all sitting there with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump sitting there, he's like, we're gonna build a wall and this person's a pussy, and just yelling stupid shit, and they're trying to stand there and like, yes, this is serious, this is very serious. And it's like, no, you can't fight that type of a guy through like ignoring him.
But see, here's the fucked up thing. If Donald Trump is such an embarrassment to the American democracy as a whole, why has he not been ejected out of the running altogether?
Because people are enjoying how ridiculous he is. That's what it is. It's one of those, and this has been a bad trend in our society probably since post September 11th, I'd have to say, is we take something, we laugh at it because we think it's so shitty and bad. And then over time, we convince ourselves that it's actually pretty cool and we like it. And they become like a part of our culture.
It's not the first time that's happened, though. I mean, we joke about before with, Joe Cool back in the 60s running for presidency against Nixon and almost won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A goddamn drawing of Snoopy almost became the president of the United States. Fucking what the fuck, people? So it's not the first time we've had this kind of like trolling in the government,
Oh, I know, but I mean, it's not even just the political system. It goes up and down the board, where it was like, do you remember before where it was like, let's all point and laugh at Paris Hilton because she's such a vapid idiot.
And then we made her another few $1 billion from watching her stupid show.
And then we made her filthy rich, and then along came Kim Kardashian, and now like they actually treat her like she's a thing. Like she's not something that we're just supposed to point and laugh at. And you see the same exact thing happen in music, where it was like Little John came out and Little John was just like, I'm a guy yelling.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, how stupid is this that it's just a guy yelling? And then you shoot ahead, 5 or 10 years in music, and now guys that just stand and mumble are like considered the measuring stick. Where they're like, oh, these guys are actually really good. It's like, oh, have you heard his new song? They're like, yeah, well, what is it? And he's like, I'm
gonna whisper this song to you.
And they're like, wow, this guy's fucking great. It's like, what? No one else is realizing that this is shitty. No one has realized this is shitty. And politics is doing the same exact thing, where it's going, oh, okay, we're going to all laugh and make fun of a guy like Donald Trump. And then in 10 years, our candidates will be up there and they'll be fucking Terrence and Phillip farting, like.
Our first Canadian presidents are going to be Terrence and Phillip.
I sure hope so. Long overdue.
Maybe we'll just have like a mic'd up moose just talking in.
Dude, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
Well, come on. We had actual candidates like D's Nuts. Was it for Colorado or Virginia?
Didn't he win in he won in like South Carolina?
Some fucking place. Hell yeah, D's Nuts. I'm voting for them.
Man, let me tell you, viral internet videos are much better.
I like the platform of D's Nuts. He seems to be a very sincere gentleman and talks about the things that I believe in. D's Nuts.
When I think of somebody that should run this country, I think of a black guy with a birth defect talking into a Nokia phone. That's my first thought.
Oh, poor Obama.
Oh.
Nate Diaz.
Yo, it's your boy Nate Diaz here. I'm back. What the fuck is everyone's like obsession with AJ Styles? Like, who the fuck is this punk? Like, just because you can do some like cool ass moves, like that don't mean shit. Kevin Castle, like, I don't fucking like Kevin Castle, but he right about AJ Styles. This dude ain't even fucking over, yo. Like, I mean, like, he ain't shit, cuz, like, who the fuck cares? Wrestling suit, motherfuckers. Stockton, California, represent. Don't be scared on me.
AJ Styles is just I don't know, man. I just don't see him. I don't see him becoming what people want him. And don't get it in your head either, folks. These groups of people that think he's gonna become like the next Daniel Bryan. It ain't gonna fucking happen.
No.
Stop.
You know,
I mean,
and I did get
it's
kind of called
just
out on
not.
that. I did get kind of called out on that. They're like, Mish, you enjoyed the AJ Styles Chris Jericho feud. You said that people were clamoring for it, And I don't know if I ever said that people were clamoring for it, but
No.
I got called out on it because they're like, nobody cared if AJ Styles ever wrestled Chris Jericho. And I'm like, well, no, I kind of did. I saw the matchup immediately and thought, wow, this can have the potential of being a good feud.